Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pro Semis here at the Utah Tour Stop, part of the Spikeball Tour Series. We have an amazing matchup right now, probably one of the most exciting games of the season in my mind. We have Outside Smoke, a sort of fringe pro team up until now, in the Pro Semis now, so looking to win this game to go to the finals, to look for one of those pro bids, and that is Grant Laughlin and Noah Luskis, and they're going to be playing against Gabe Finocchi and Taylor Chuch. Just a little mashup team here. Gabe Finocchi playing with Travis Core this season, Parcel Lobby seconds, so he will likely not be looking for a pro bid here, but maybe playing for money or maybe playing for fun. I am Matthew Burrows, joined alongside Jarrett Rouse now. We are excited to commentate this game for you guys.
We are stoked to be here. Matthew, I'm just going to give you a quick shout-out. Props to that intro.
Thank you.
That was really well done.
Thank you, yeah.
I'll say one thing. He mentioned Outside Smoke. I think their name is quite fitting. They were in our pool this weekend, and they've played phenomenal. Grant Laughlin especially has just served amazing. So expect to see a lot of really wide, fast cuts, a lot of low reverses out of him. A potential lefty. Doubt it will come, but
Yeah.
he might throw it in.
Very potentially. He used to go with a nice backhand as well, which is very deadly, but I don't know if he'll do it. If he's up enough points, he might throw it out. But
he might, but I have a little insider information. He's got a little tweaked elbow, so that backhand serve is hurting him.
Okay.
But the other serves don't, so that's why we've seen quite a bit more frequently that cut serve and that reverse.
Which are both also still very amazing serves.
Very good.
So I'm sure he'll have no problem with serving pressure in this game. His partner, Noah Luskis, also a very heavy server. So a lot of serve pressure coming out of this team as long as they're able to keep it on the net. And we are going to get things underway pretty soon here. So Grant and
talking
Noah
through their strategy, going through
talking
what
about
they're
it.
choosing for game one. Finocchi and Chuch having the higher seed here, so they get to either defer option or choose to accept the option to serve or receive in game one. So we'll find out. We cannot tell yet.
Looks like Gabe is going to be starting off serving. No surprise there. Finocchi, obviously the stronger server on that team. Noah Luskis opting to serve receive first. Maybe, I'm not sure if the thought process is I want to serve receive first, or do we want Grant to serve first for our team?
I would think it's the latter.
I would think so as well.
As good as Grant has been serving this whole weekend, it's been pretty crazy. So I'm excited to see this matchup and just to see that the ball continue to roll for Grant.
It looks like our observers off to the side, maybe talking about what they want to do for this game, what they want to call. And they're talking on the phone with Dan Abrams. He is the leader of, I believe, the USA Round Net Rules Committee. So I think he's trying to do, he printed off some sheets, some papers that kind of had what to look for, things that we should be looking for.
Friends. Championship Sunday. Let's go.
Gabe Finocchi starting off strong for us. We'll see what he does here. Will he start with a drop? Will he start with a cut, reverse cut, lefty, righty? Who knows?
I think he's going to come out with a straight up reverse.
That would be very
bold
fitting
call,
of him.
But I think it will be.
There's off, a little bit of a cut. It's off the rim. Outside Smoke wants to play it. Not a great set from Grant Laughlin, but Luskis able to put it on, I believe, and that's a little bit absurd.
Yep.
Not the great start you want to see. Outside Smoke looking like they're just wanting to play any faults that they can. Laughlin trying to come back with a reverse cut of his own.
I mean, when Gabe's serving, probably the best, arguably the best server in the world right now, you're going to want to play any rim you can get. Double fault by Grant there. Unfortunate start for him. He's got to stay hot in this series.
Taylor Chuch, one of the oldest players in the Spikeball Tour Series, but definitely still holding his own. And again, we see Outside Smoke setting off the net. Not a great set so far. Gonna have to clean that off. And I believe Grant Laughlin might have been in that no-hit zone, but it looks like he stayed out well
Chuch
enough.
thought, yep, nope. Observers said he did not touch the no-hit zone line. Clean put away.
And that's going to go nice and wide for Luskus, but a little bit too high. Second serve here. Right down the middle, nice little jam. Finocchi receives it well. A little bit of a wrap. Laughlin's there for the touch. Luskus backpedaling. Laughlin tries to go for a little bit of the tweener. I think if you're Noah, you got to turn
Interesting choice
around.
there.
Good touch, dude.
Yeah, hopefully if Noah takes one more hard step, gets a better just plant position so he can get that set a little bit better to Grant.
Nice lefty out of Finocchi here. Finds again. He's starting to get pretty close to that net. And once he does, it'll be a little bit dangerous. Frederick Hinkle actually dubbing gave Finocchi the ticking time bomb because it's only a matter of time before he explodes with aces. But Laughlin could be a more explosive bomb.
There we go.
Just like that,
That's
he's going to
clean.
start firing.
Taylor Chuch is very tall, so it was definitely a high lip up there, but still stayed under his shoulder. Benefited Grant in that moment.
Everyone on this net actually pretty tall. I think everyone might be 6 foot or over.
Yeah, I agree.
Won't find another serve there. But a good break to start out for Outside Smoke. They did start receiving, so they will be up the mini break +1. Taylor Chuch trying to take it back with a drop.
And he likes to mix up his serves a lot. So you'll see a lot of different falling, acrobatic stances out of him.
And a lot of fast jams.
A lot of fast jams. Likes to create different rhythm with that body movement.
A nice up from Laughlin here. It's going to be put over the net this time and put away.
Clean.
In my
push,
opinion, Outside Smoke has some pretty good hitting, but if they can't set it towards the net, it's going to make it a lot tougher.
Yeah. I think Outside Smoke's biggest question mark is their setting.
For sure.
If it's clean, they're going to be tough to beat.
Luskus here with a nice little cut. Finocchi receives it well. It's on the other side of the net.
Wow.
No one rotating.
Really good put away right there by Gabe. Great footwork, got around it. Boom, backhand, open gap.
And that's something we've seen out of Gabe Finocchi since Rock Hill. His fundamentals seem to have leveled up from Garland to Rock Hill almost. Watching him in Garland seemed a little bit sloppier, but once he got to Rock Hill, especially playing against Boisterous, he looked like a very clean player.
They call high and agreed.
Back to Laughlin now. We'll see if he can take another break.
Yep, expect the reverse. Oof, just nicked the rim.
Very
I
dangerous.
knew it was coming. He hadn't showed one yet.
Second serve goes for it again. Still no beans. Taylor Chuch now. Back over to him. I think both of these serve receivers may be a little bit scared of drops. Not known for being the fastest players on the field. Taylor Chuch going to take advantage of that, trying to create the dissonance on the serve receive. Second serve here. It's going to be a drop again. Laughlin's able to get it up. It's a little bit weaker, a little bit far away. Dives over the net and just taps it on. Outside Smoke staying alive so far, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to do it the entire game.
That out-of-system set there actually saved him.
Luskus here with a nice serve on the net. Finocchi tries to push into the rim. He has clean. It did change direction quite hard, but the net...
That's tough for me to call clean right there.
The net is also weighted, so I don't know if that affects it at all. Going to go to observers. They're going to call rim, so that will be...
No, they called redo.
Oh, redo, okay.
They must have differing opinions or just figured it wasn't clear enough.
Yeah, maybe not a great angle. So back to Outside Smoke, 7-6. Luskus not able to put on serve this time.
That was a good thing to note, though, there, Burrows, before the weighted net is something that they are implementing in the Tour Series now.
Gabe Finocchi, probably a fan of the weighted net. I believe it helps the ball stay down a little bit more. That one jumps up a little bit towards shoulder, and observers call high. So it'll be a second serve for Finocchi. Taylor Chuch getting a little rule clarification there. Nice little reverse. Luskus handles it well. Now we're over the net, and it's going to be a strong put away. Luskus got those big arms, able to hit it very far.
That's what he's known for. Boom it away.
I think both members of Outside Smoke kind of known for that power.
Yeah.
Being able to just blast as far away as they can would make a great two-net team, probably.
Yeah, I would say so.
Chuch handles it well. It's far. Luskis chases it down, doesn't get a great touch, but good effort.
I got to give Church some props there. The way he decelerated, stopped, kept his feet outside the no-hit zone after having to charge in full bore, trying to get that cut. That was impressive.
Chuch up to serve now. A little bit of wind now picking up. After the morning was nice and still. Nice and windy now for our pro players.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
It could be way worse.
More than before, but
Yeah.
way less than yesterday for sure.
As the day goes on, we might see it pick up, but hopefully it stays minimal for us here.
Luskis serving 9-8. Stepping back a little bit. Goes nice and high.
See if they opt to
Finocchi
play. Nope.
maybe wants to play it. Doesn't make quite the best touch. Chuch deciding not really worth it to play the fault here. Noah hasn't made the strongest serves yet in this game so far. Finding rim mostly. So a good call from Chuch there not to play that serve. Finocchi though going to step out right. It goes
Good
really far
cut.
wide.
Wow.
Nicely received from Noah Luskis. Extending that hand out as far as possible. Does a good job to keep the first
Yeah.
contact relatively clean as well.
Noah hasn't been serving that great this tournament, but if he can do that,
Mhm.
return that serve,
Right.
come back to that, have a great lefty put away, that's what his team needs.
But Grant Laughlin's going to have to serve if Noah is not.
Yeah, and we haven't seen that yet.
So far, only seen one or two good ones, one of which was handled pretty well. Chuch,
Nice low push.
just a nice low jam that you see often out of Taylor Chuch, and showing his great experience in the game so far. And that one almost clean as
Just
well.
rim.
Just barely that front rim. And he's going to
Great
drop it there
drop.
once again. This man is on fire. He's feeling good. He must have drank some Tiga before this. Tiga, the official
I
hydration
love
partner
it.
of Spikeball and Spikeball Tour Series.
Oh, hey, on the hat.
It's
as
on the
well.
hat, on Jared Rass's hat out here. Outside Smoke also on the back of their jerseys out there. We got the tent in the background. They showed up really well for us. They've been getting water for us
Jeff
all
was
weekend
out
here.
He was providing all the water, all the Tiga hydration. It's amazing. I am personally sponsored by them for this year of RoundNet, and I got to say, I love the product. I love it's minimally processed, all natural, incredible hydration supplement. Amazing put away
Yeah, wow.
game right there.
That was also a nice serve out of Noah there, finally getting on the net, getting nice and wide, but Gabe Finocchi does well to handle it, and Outside Smoke not rotating to that other side of the net. Maybe thought the set wouldn't come back that far. Gabe Finocchi looking for the lefty.
A little high. Oh, he's going to observers. Interesting.
I think he went for a lefty reverse there. I thought it was side pocket, but it might have just been a reverse cut. Looking for maybe a high call now.
Yeah, it looks
I
like it.
think they said replay, but I'm not sure. Swinging out with the righty now, doesn't find it.
Looks like they're rotating, so yeah,
Rotating here.
just they called high, so set up second serve. All right, Grant needs to get it going.
That'll be the front rim. Grant often never choosing, I guess, to just put his second serve on, will always keep swinging. Because he knows once he gets hot, he will start streaking, and he will not stop.
That's true. It's the difference of our games. I'll say that.
Definitely a new style type of player.
Yeah.
Serve baller, if you will.
Great set by Noah.
What a recovery
Great
set.
Clean put away push by Grant. And that's
And
what they need, because if that's clean, it
Right.
can be scary. It's just a matter of time till. Like you said,
Mhm.
Gabe's a ticking time bomb. If Grant gets going, it can be scary. So
Both
they gotta
teams
stay
here,
clean.
yeah, no one really exploding yet so far. Both teams kind of just holding, making good recovery, and just keeping the game going one by one. Finocchi and Chuch, though, still up the 2 breaks, so still within winning distance to take the game by 2 points. So Luskis and Laughlin definitely looking for at least 1 break here. That
Ooh.
one's going to be off net.
Oh, and it worked.
Oh, Noah Luskis got to be able to turn around a little bit faster. Maybe thought Grant was going to keep running through.
Yeah, I would have figured Grant would have kept following through on that. they had the front rotation. He needed to keep going.
Gabe looking wide again. Doesn't quite find it. Second serve, stepping right again.
And too high. That's the interesting thing about Championship Sunday, right? You go home after a day full of round net, you come back, this is your first game.
Right.
You're not in that same kind of rhythm.
You're not in the tournament mode anymore. You gotta eat your breakfast and warm up, and you're right back into the semifinals, which is a pretty huge game, especially if you're outside smoke trying to get these pro bids.
What was the call right there?
I believe it hit rim.
But he's getting another serve, so.
Oh, I do not know.
Well, that one did, so.
That one definitely hit rim, so he will get a fault. Taylor Chuch up 6-4, just continuing to apply the serve pressure. Does a good job of keeping the serves weird.
You would think Gabe would be the one to apply the serve pressure, but here in game one, Chuch has been their guy to get a couple breaks.
Grant Laughlin going to put it away. Finocchi tries to slide in. Almost gets a nice little pancake up, but doesn't completely find it.
He tried. The palm down. Wouldn't have been successful.
Yeah, probably would not have worked too well. But hey,
but look at that dive.
A touch is a stat, you know.
See that on the? You see that? He's just full on starfish.
He did. Noah Luskis with a nice serve here. That's off net.
Oh.
Finocchi.
Not the best set. Big break.
And that's a huge break for outside smoke. Now down only the mini break, tied up here. So could force the game into extras if we get to that point, or could keep running with it here. Noah probably feeling a little bit better now. Got some serves on the net. That one, a little bit of side pocket maybe.
Yeah, that one came back. He hit too much of the angle and actually pocketed back.
A second serve. That one's going to be clean. Nice little jam. Handled well by Chuch, though. A nice touch from Laughlin, but it just goes a little bit too far. A great hand, but was unable to decelerate it. Gabe, though, looking to get that break back. It goes nice and wide. Laughlin's there to reach it. Ooh, wow. A nice righty flick right past Gabe's right hip.
Impressive put away.
Gabe tries to slide, stop his momentum. The ground maybe still a little bit wet, a little bit muddy. He can't quite stop himself. Luckily doesn't get injured. Can be a little bit dangerous.
I wonder what that call was right there, because it honestly didn't look too high to me.
It did look like it was a little bit at his shoulders, but
yeah, might have been side.
Could have been.
Tougher for us to see that.
Back to Taylor Chuch, who's just been so consistent. A nice jam again. A good recovery set. And a great play out of Grant Laughlin.
Moly.
Yeah,
if outside smoke does that, that's when they're their best.
And it's even like you're not even, at this point, they're not even getting momentum from breaks, but they're getting momentum from holding. And that can be just as crucial as getting momentum from breaks.
Interesting shot right there. It almost looks simultaneous. I don't know your opinion.
I'm not. It was very close. Chuch probably not seeing Grant Laughlin right there behind him. Grant probably not expecting the ball to come right to him, but it's just a little bit too short for his expectations. Gabe with a little bit of reverse. Grant's there right on his left hand. Pushes it right into Gabe's armpit. So we are tied up here at 19s. Looking for a potential extras game here, or looking for outside smoke to make a play, and there it is. It was a matter of time. The other ticking time bomb on the field, Grant Laughlin, a nasty reverse cut.
Oh my goodness.
And he's going to try to go for one more. Chuch handles it well here. Finocchi puts him over the net. It's nice and high. Noah's running it down. He's got it up, but it is just way too far away.
Just launched it the wrong direction.
My bad.
A good touch, a good hustle to run it down, but just not controlled quite enough. But a great break there from Grant Laughlin on that reverse cut. To put him up the mini break now, put the pressure back onto Gabe Finocchi and Taylor Chuch. The ball back in Chuch's hands. Gonna go for these jams again.
Game to 2 here, Matt.
It's a short. Laughlin's there to scoop it up. A little bit off net. Laughlin does good to get his feet around the no-hit zone.
Noah hasn't done anything crazy on the service line, but one crazy serve right here gets him game 1.
That's all he needs. Game 1. Taking.
He did put it on the net. Gave him a shot to play defense.
Shouting out that he put it on the net. He's excited that he got to play. But Finocchi just a little bit too strong of a hit with that left hand. Looking right for it.
Ooh, just rim.
Barely rim. Noleskis goes to run down his favorite ball. I heard he named it. Finocchi with the second serve here. It's very wide, but Luskis is already out there. And he's going to blast it high and far. Taylor Church running it down through the Stuart sign. Gave
come on.
a great set. Nice and high a lot of time.
Just the wrong direction. It looked better from this angle.
But just like that sign, Stuart's is now spiked.
Yeah.
Stuart's originally a soda brand. They've now made a spiked seltzer. So if you are in the market for a new spiked seltzer, you might give them a try.
Give them a shot.
I have not had one yet, but if they're anything like their sodas, I'm sure they'll be great. And I think we're going to get a timeout call here. It is 22-21. The ball is in Grant Laughlin's hands once again, and I think this man's going to try to make its magic work.
If history is going to repeat itself, it's going to be that reverse. He aced us 4 times in game 1 with that same serve. No-touched 3 of them. It's been on fire. My die roll right here is saying he's going to come right in with that reverse.
And I think you're going to be right. I saw him before this game warming up serves back behind us over here, and he was only going for reverses over and over and over again. So I hope he's got it down by now, but we will see. Taylor Church, not sure how much experience he has with the reverse cuts. Not too many Utah players that I know of that have reverse cuts, and I don't know how much he's been playing in general. So
the top Utah players do have a reverse, but it's different from the Texas reverse.
Okay.
You can speak to that a little bit.
Goes for the reverse, but just misses the net. It did shoot off the ground quite hard, which is impressive considering the ground's still a little bit damp. And there it is again, but he's expecting it this time. Finocchi with a nice header on that. A nice touch from Grant. Oh, but he just cannot make the soft touch happen. Wow. A defensive conversion from outside smoke would have been an amazing play to win the game.
Epic. The ground being still wet. You can see Luskis currently removing the dirt, the mud from the bottom of his cleats. It really affects play.
And Church going to fault that first one. Has been getting the consistent pressure here so far, forcing some bad touches, going for these jams. 23-22, getting a little bit deep here. The pressure is on, but all of these players have been deep in tournaments before. They know what it's like to be here. But who's going to step up first?
I would love to see a left out of Luskis. Oh, they might opt to play this.
Oh, wow.
They do. Big boomer, worked out for him.
They try for it. No, Luskis tries to run it down. Just a little bit too late. Hesitated a little bit. Waited to see the shot before running. 23s. All tied up. Ball back over to Gabe Finocchi now. And this could be the time that he explodes.
Yep.
First service wide. Handled decently by Luskis. The set is back on the net, but the lefty off net cannot find enough angle, and that is what Gabe Finocchi and Church needed from this game. Up the mini break now. We're on the wrong side of the net, so we're going to fix that. Pressure now on Grant Laughlin to get this serve receive. That's going to be rim. Very intense. You can hear it's a little bit quiet on the field. Everyone focusing super hard.
Ooh.
A nice serve receive here. Off net, but it's going to hit it nice and high. Gabe going down on his knee. Maybe should have just stayed up. But outside smoke going to survive that one. Ball back into Grant Laughlin's hands. Got to get this mini break back.
Ooh.
Looks wide. That's going to be a little bit of a push. Gabe Finocchi, wow.
Such a good low, clean push put away.
Very clean. And that's something we saw a lot of in 2019 before our no-hit zone rules. Players were really great at just keeping the ball low, fast, and away. Once no-hit zones introduced, people not able to do that quite as easily, but Gabe Finocchi seeming to be ahead of the curve, making his shots super clean and low.
He keeps his body as agile as possible. He truly is that neon ninja.
He
as
is.
he likes to call himself.
5-4, nice serve from Church here. Handled though, it's a backhand, a little bit of weak hit. Church runs it down. The set's a little bit weak. It's on the net. Oh my goodness. Luskis touches it, but we're back on the net. Off net for Noah Luskis, and that's a strong hit for him. Holy cow! Church almost takes the game
with that backhand scooper. I can't wait for the replay of that.
That's a Preston Vise play if I've ever seen one. And he just backhands that thing right out the net. Is probably dizzy. He just dove for a ball, gives up, spins around, finds the ball, and have a second, backhands it on.
Wow.
Wow, that was an amazing play from Chuch, but unfortunately off net, so Grant Laughlin knows exactly where to be on defense. And
I got to give props to Luskus there for being ready for that.
Right.
That ball looked like it was done. It seemed too low.
Right.
Dang. I'm impressed. I'm glad Luskus was ready because that was a sweet rally.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, well, outside smoke, stay alive. The pressure's on. I don't know if it's going to get any more pressure than that. So 25's here. Luskus looking very wide. Sets right over the net. And a very Taylor Chuch-esque shot.
Yep.
Nice little flick forward with the dive through. A play that you will see him very often make.
Those are the shots you have to cover on him. It's almost the cheekier shots.
6-5 from Gabe here. Looks for the left. He almost finds it.
Just the front rim. The shoulder shimmy to follow.
Stepping out right this time. Looking wide. Finds the rim again.
When's that time bomb going to go off now?
Yeah, we are waiting for someone to explode here. Taylor Chuch sort of exploding with the fundamentals, but no one exploding on the serves yet. They're certainly looking for it.
You would think outside smoke would want this. They would want that, right? That's how, like, hey, if Gabe is not serving hot, we need to take the game. So if they don't take this, they're definitely going to have a sour taste in their mouth.
Nice shot from Noah Luskus, keeping the play athletic. They're going to be back up to 27s, almost up to 30s in this game. Going to have to end it soon. Maybe try to mix it up a little bit here. He's been hitting wide recently a lot.
That's the left I wanted to see.
Goes to the lefty. Looked a little bit maybe too nonchalant. Got to swing a little bit harder. Maybe go for some jams or some drops here. And there's the drop. Taylor Chuch able to reach it. It's up. Oh, almost a touch from Luskus. But I like the mix-up. Trying to make it different. Trying to make it a little bit more awkward. Get him out of their groove.
You just need to change the eye angle a little bit. He hasn't gotten any aces. Just on the same serve.
Grant Laughlin thinks this one might be high. Oh, and we're going to go to observers. This could be the game-winning serve.
So my issue with this is they call high.
They call high.
It definitely was higher than his right shoulder, but his left shoulder was actually higher than his
It
right,
was,
which
yeah.
that was my question.
He was leaning over to try to reach out further.
And that left shoulder elevated.
And it would be the left shoulder that they should be calling from. I believe they're still confident maybe in their call of the left shoulder. But one team now that we are 28s will at least be getting to 30. This game is going very deep. Hopefully the players got lots of stamina in them. Laughlin's still not finding the net.
But that's where that Tiga hydration comes in, baby.
That's where it comes in. If
Chuch
is really on that Tiga, he should be acing any second now. That one's going to go a little bit too high. A big crowd in the background watching here as we're deep in extras in game one. Serve receive handled well. A little bit off net, but that is Noah Luskus' bread and butter. He's going to put that away 9 times out of 10.
I mean, look at those arms.
I can't not look at them. They're huge. 29's a nice fast jam. Oh, a little bit of rim, I think.
Oh, rim. Okay.
29 second. That one's going to be illegal. A little bit of a shorter set. Taylor Chuch sticking those cleats up in the air, but making the play happen. Gabe Finocchi, serve baller of the hour, looking for the reverse cut.
Chuch has done everything in his power and everything he's expected to do so far in this.
And that looks like it's going to be the Gabe winner. Grant Laughlin just making a little bit of a too bad of a touch there. Maybe thought it was going high, but I think he stands up a little bit too much at the end. And that is going to be game one going the way of Finocchi and Chuch. Wow, a long drawn-out battle with really all of the serve ballers on the net not really doing what we thought they would.
Yeah.
But Taylor Chuch showing up well with the fundamentals, with the experience. And I think he's looking like one of the strongest players in the series right now. But game two could be a very different story.
I think it's going to be very different. I think serves are going to be landing. Nerves have settled a little bit with one game under their belt. I've been very impressed with Chuch, like you said.
Definitely.
The old wise man of Utah round net, but he showed it. He played clean. He generated more breaks than Gabe, which you wouldn't have thought that would have been the case.
Right. So we're going to give these guys a second to get some water, maybe some Tiga, maybe cool off in the shade for a little bit. We will be back with an exciting Game 2 here in just a bit. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, we have Game 2 of this Pro Semifinals matchup. Game 1 going 31-29, a long game. The way of Finocchi and Chuch. Finocchi ending it off with an ace, so maybe looking to take that momentum here into Game 2. But Grant G-Wagon Laughlin himself is coming back with a vengeance. He told us so himself, and he is ready to swing. It looks like he's going to be starting off serving first, so can he get some breaks to start?
They need to get that rhythm flowing.
And that is going to be it.
I told you, Burrows. I think it's going to be a different game here.
And you're right. So far, at least 1 point in, it's different so far. And that is going to be another one. Grant Laughlin is going absolutely insane so far. And this is usually how he plays. Once he gets going, he's a little bit unstoppable.
Reverse.
And the reverse
I think that
here.
was good.
I think it's good. I do think Taylor Church jumped upward, diving for that ball. But I think it would have been high if he stayed down. He's got bunnies, man. What can you say?
4 in
another
a row.
jam. And this is what you see at Outside Smoke. This is the power you can see from their serving. Just Grant Laughlin hitting everything the lefties on the net. A little bit too slow. Church able to get it up. Noah Luskis trying to run this one down. But Church making a nice play. And Outside Smoke going to start off with a nice little cushion.
There you go. They call him the wagon.
They do call him that.
For that reason. You hop in, take a ride, enjoy being his teammate.
Gabe Finocchi serving first for Finocchi Church, though. He's going to want to swing back with serve of his own. Luskis is going to get this one up in the air. It's a little bit short, but like we said earlier, Luskis, a great off-net hitter, especially when it's on his right hand. Seemingly, he's just going to get those on. He's just good at it.
Yeah.
It's just a skill he has.
Talent.
And that's really all you need.
Righty.
I think that's one of the reasons why Outside Smoke can work so well, because their setting is not great, but both these players just really strong off-net hitters.
Drop. Clean
Nice
1,
shot.
2, 3.
I think Noah Luskis opting to just try to put the ball in play. If he knows he's not serving well, at least make the other team.
You just to hit that first one in.
Yeah, give him the
I always
option.
say no.
Yeah. Taylor Church serving again. Nice little jam. It's up right on the net. Woohoo! Nice little put away. Almost hits Noah Luskis.
Ole, ole.
He's able to matrix that thing.
Bring out the red cape. Little matador action.
And a little bit close. Grant Laughlin on the net once again. A nice serve.
Cut.
Church adjusting well. Pushes it forward. A
Good
great
push.
shot as Grant and Noah Luskis both collapse the net.
I mean, telling you from previous experience, just playing sports growing up, I'm sure you've been there, but muddy cleats really suck.
They really do suck.
Oh,
and Gabe
my.
Finocchi, wow, an amazing left serve. Faking both ways. You have to respect his right so much that it makes it hard to get over to that left side. Going for the lefty again on Grant Laughlin here. But he's going to miss.
So good at hitting down on the ball. It's crucial.
Second serve is a reverse. Laughlin handles it well. Pushes it away, but it's a little bit too slow. Finocchi's going to get the touch. And he put it away. Ooh, maybe not put it away. Yeah. A hitting error there for Finocchi. Would have been a pretty nice break for Finocchi Church. Would have put him at 5-6. A much closer game than the now 7-4.
And it would have kept Gabe serving. You never know.
Noah Luskis hits rim, but it looks like they want to play this one. Tries to get the hand on it, gets the touch, but doesn't go up. That will be a stat, though.
All right, Church. Let's see what you got.
He's got a drop. It doubles. A little bit too short, but a good look. Second serve there is going to go too high off the backside of the net. Ball back over to Grant Laughlin. We'll see if he's
almost cheat to the reverse with Grant.
But that's what happens if you cheat to the reverse. You're going to get bit.
That could happen.
You're going to get bit to the outside. Grant Laughlin does a pretty decent job of keeping his serves disguised. It can be hard to tell. But he's going to take another break there. 9-5 now. Outside Smoke. Ooh, wow. Gets really over the ball. Hits that outside rim. Second serve. Goes for reverse. Taylor Church jumps up to it, so they will have to play it.
Oh, almost a soft touch.
Into the body. Got to have those hands up a little bit sooner. David Louis and Luke Mowry took game 1 over Segfault, which is Rahul and Garrett, as Noah Leskis takes a break of his own.
An in-betweener, not a cut, not a jam, and it just fooled him.
Just sort of in the middle of everything. It's sort of a little bit of a new meta with the shoulder roll. Before, people would sort of get jammed in the belly button area. Nice little touch from Noah there. But now the ball's able to move a little bit higher. You're starting to see a little bit more like armpit type of jam, which can be even harder. Taylor Church now haven't seen as much serving pressure as we did in game 1. Stepping a little bit further out, fake dropping.
I like it. 7 serving 11, the Slurpee point, friends.
I believe that is Michael Sue's favorite restaurant, 7-Eleven. Outside smoke.
I'm going to have to talk to him about that.
12-7 now. Grant Laughlin back up here. One more break to hold it, to put it popping off this game. Second serve here. Gotta think reverse.
Yeah.
Oh, tries for it. He hasn't been landing too many. I think most of his breaks have been off of
on the cut this
normal
game.
cuts.
Yeah.
Gabe looking for the lefty. Finds rim. Noah Leskis, I think, opting to give those lefty a little bit more, knowing they're a little bit less consistent. The reverse there. Leskis handles it well. It's off net. Oh, and this is the one time he doesn't get to it. I think got to take one more step there.
Yep. One more step. The set looked kind of sticky, too. I think it was one of those, they didn't even know if they wanted to play it because it might have been a carry anyway.
Gabe Finocchi resetting here. Maybe a wrong score call or something. A lefty. It's nice out and wide. Oof. Maybe a little bit of side pocket. Second serve. It's really wide this time. Grant Laughlin's got those long arms, but yeah, just can't quite reach it. And they're starting to make a little bit of a comeback run here. Outside smoke needs to stop the bleeding.
That's what they need to focus on right here. Good serve receive. Good holds. They have the nice cushion.
And a nice serve there. Leskis does well to handle it. He's on the net this time, and he's going to blast that one away for sure. Outside smoke rocking their new jerseys by Vii Apparel Co., the official jersey provider of Spikeball and the Spikeball Tour Series. So if you need any nice jerseys like these outside smoke ones for you and your partner, definitely check out Vii Apparel Co. Now Leskis trying to put these serves on just a little bit too high. He does swing from a pretty high contact point, which can make it hard to keep it down. Going to go to observers here.
Saying it was called high.
And they're going to call high, and I agree. Can be hard to tell sometimes. Sometimes where you contact it and you follow through, you can think that your follow through is where you contacted it, which can make it tough. Taylor Church here, going for a new stance once again.
Really bringing in that momentum, that step through. He's using all of his length, that whip.
Put away. Ball back over to Grant Laughlin. 15-2 recovery set. Church puts it on the net. Leskis is there to run it down. Grant Laughlin. Oh, the set is way too far.
Oh.
No, Leskis is not going to be able to get that one on.
You hate to see that set.
Yeah, Laughlin's got to have some better control on that set. He did good to give him time, but the ball just soaring away from the net. No, Leskis almost no chance.
I think that may be one of the reasons he's a member of Trash Round Net, but I could be wrong.
That is very possible.
Look at that reverse.
And it looks like that is why Gabe is a member of Do, because he does do that to you if you are not careful. 13-15. Gabe trying to make a comeback happen. Laughlin handles this one. Going to push it right past him. Does well to control himself and not blast it over towards Church.
Way to not let that set affect him right there. He had to get a clean receive, good put away. That's big time.
Service here from drop from Noah Leskis. We're right over the net. And again, once again, just that Church shot of that flick forward. A touch for Grant as he wants those stats. Church here serving. He's going to swing into that rim.
He's so close to having that be perfect.
Second serve here. Stepping back, going for that cross leg stance. Going for the jam once again. Outside smoke. Still staying ahead, showing why they're ranked as one of the top teams in the nation by Lefty on 2. If you're interested in Spikeball rankings at all, check out leftyon2.com. They make power rankings every week. They have the tournament previews. They got just a lot of great round net content, so definitely give them a look-see. Gabe Finocchi, though, also a top player in the nation, gonna serve really far left. Calls carry on Grant Laughlin. He agrees immediately. Going for the left again. That's too high. No, Leskis almost jumps up. Does well to stay down. Gabe, look for the drop this time.
Really seen that
yeah,
we don't
see a lot of drops.
Forearm?
It was definitely
Like
not off his
elbow?
hand. Yeah,
Like,
definitely not off his hand.
I like it. Except he's so good everywhere else. I don't know why you need it.
He doesn't really need drops. But a good mix every once in a while. Noah Leskis might put the ball in play here.
A break here would be huge because they've lost their momentum.
And that's a pretty nice serve. It's in play. Off the net. Finocchi still just wrapping it past the defense. Finocchi Church, meeting that little bit of tension there,
I
maybe.
see, there's a little spice.
Taylor Church, though, faking the lefty.
The flick across.
Trying to mix up the pot a little bit. They're up. Close game, 17-18. Just one break for Finocchi Church here. Would put them into the same position as last game where we could go into extras. Laughlin going to put that ball away, though. Going to want to end it fast. Too many games could make them tired for third place or finals matchups.
Or a true second. You just never know.
Yeah, all of them. All the matchups. And a drop from Laughlin, and Church gets there.
Wow.
Holy cow, I did not think he was going to get there. That was a great drop, but Church just...
Pretty smart, but Church is long.
And a great service from Noah Leskis, getting it
right
over
there.
to his partner.
That was huge.
He's going to put that ball away. Almost a carry, I think. But just getting away with it. Ball over to Noah Leskis. Gotta end the game here. If they don't, they will need to hold against Taylor Church. Gonna give himself a little bit of a self-meg off the rim.
Looked like he had a little foot drag, so I'm happy with the fault.
Yeah,
I've
gotta watch
should have
those
been either
shoes.
way.
Maybe probably a lot of mud on the cleats, not helping.
It does not help with that.
Yeah, not helping the feet stay down.
All right, let's see if Outside Smoke can execute.
Yeah, one more
Claim
hold
1, 2,
here.
3.
We'll give them the win for game 2. Taylor Church calling wrong score, I think. 19-20. It's a nice serve, nice and low, a little bit away. Grant Laughlin cannot make the hit happen, and that is a huge break for Gabe Finocchi and Taylor Church.
Oh.
Holy cow. That is brutal. The serve received, not quite great. The set, like we said, probably the weakest part of their game.
I'm sulking right now.
Just
in
not
my chair.
Yeah, just not close enough to the net.
It's not that I'm rooting for anyone in particular. I want to see a game 3. I
You
want
just hate to see it. Yeah.
You know.
Taylor Church.
That was cutting a lot.
Second serve.
There
that
it
one is going to
was.
go nice and wide. Church thinking maybe high. Grant Laughlin giving him high fives anyways.
Gabe thought it was clean.
And they thought it was clean. Observers.
Church can go to the observers.
And I don't think they're going to. I think they're just going to say clean. And that is going to be game 2. It was.
He gave them 5 breaks on serves, at least.
At least.
From my recollection. But he played naughty round net. That's my team, if you did not know. But we played them in pool play. Game 1 in ours, he had 8 aces.
Wow.
And 7 of them were on Ryan, my partner. So after game 1, he was like, "I'm cold. I just need a picture. I'm serving to Ryan." And I think he did that.
That was very funny. Well,
no, we have a good laugh. Even Ryan was over here laughing about it.
Yeah.
It's all in good fun, but it was the joke because Grant was serving so well against Ryan.
It was
yesterday. So the
yeah,
fact that he could come out and do that and get a game 3.
He definitely must have pictured Ryan because he started off the game with 4 breaks. And we're going to be going into game 3 now. Both games going into extras. So undoubtedly game 3 will be spicy as well. We're going to be right back really fast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an exciting Game 3 here between Gabe Finocchi, Taylor Church versus Outside Smoke, which is Grant Laughlin and Noah Luskis. I'm still Matthew Burrows. This is still Jarrett Rouse. We are still commentating, and this is going to be an amazing Game 3. I think Gabe Finocchi is going to be starting off serving for us. Story so far, Game 1 was deep extras, 31-29, barely going the way of Finocchi and Church. Game 2, Grant Laughlin starts off with 4 aces and sort of just little breaks back and forth, little runs back and forth.
They came back, but ended up clutching it up with another ace at the end.
So now Game 3, both Game 1 and Game 2 into extras. Game 3 could also go into extras, potentially.
I am in love with this series right here.
Gabe going to start off with a nice little push. Nice high set over the net. No, Luskis easily puts that away. Grant Laughlin serving first for Outside Smoke. No surprise there. A heavy server. Going for the cut.
They might opt to play this.
Yeah, opt to play the rim when they can.
Yeah.
Taylor Church maybe looks like he lost his footing there a little bit, but
that's how he hits.
Yeah,
it's always a dive over. Before no hit zone, after no hit zone.
I'm not sure.
It does not matter. He's always been a diver.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's ever on his feet, really.
Yeah.
So 1-1, they do well to hold, playing those faults when they can. A good strategy against Grant. Gonna call carry on himself, I believe, or maybe an observer calls it and he just agrees.
We didn't have the angle, but I think he had his hand turned, like a backhand. Might have got stuck in the thumb. It looked like it popped up though. So
yeah, it was hard to see. The ball was directly behind his body, so we have literally no angle. Church here with a drop. And thinking carry on the serve receive again.
Even if it wasn't on the serve receive, Grant's little set over was...
Yeah, that one was a little bit sketchy as well.
Carry.
So 2 bad touches here from Outside Smoke to create 2 breaks for Finocchi Church. These touches are going to be a little bit cleaner. Oh no, the hit was so weak, pocketing up super high, but Gabe Finocchi trying to play the big body jump.
By him jumping, it didn't allow him to get to that ball, so... One of the first rules around it, don't jump. But sometimes it can work. Sometimes.
Noah Luskis hitting a nice push, wondering why the ball didn't go up off the bottom of his hand.
There's a lot of directions it can go. Up's one of them.
Up is the one you want.
Oh, they're going to opt to play this.
Finocchi looked for the left hand, but it's not great. So if the ball, it's a little bit harder to receive off of these random rim faults. It could be pretty hard to set and make the play happen.
Reset.
3-4 Outside Smoke down the break. A nice serve from Grant. Church handles it well. A push right under Grant Laughlin's armpit.
If you have a chance to play defense against Church's left hand, that's what you want. And unfortunately, Grant collapsed and took his out. He's been hitting.
Definitely want to convert on. He did seem to be in a decent position, but like you said, just crashing a little bit too much. Luskis to serve now. Got his first serve on. His first, not able to convert still. To make these recovery sets happen. So Finocchi Church, a little bit different story from last game, starting with the lead early. It's going to be up to Outside Smoke to make the breaks happen.
By Luskis.
Yeah, a little bit out of character, a little bit off-brand there, switching it up.
Yeah.
Definitely thought they were going to play that one. Finocchi has confidence in his partner, though. Taylor Church going to readjust the set. Doesn't want to get reverse cut aced because the net's bad.
That's true. If that side was down, it's going to propel that ball even more. There's a good cut.
Nice serve, a lot of speed. Church still handling it well and barely gets away with a flick. Makes a little bit of bad touch. I think Noah Luskis is calling that the ball bounced back up and touched Church on the way back up. And observers are going to call clean.
Yep.
(7-5) now. A little bit of talking on the field. Might be getting a little bit intense out there. Obviously,
a lot on the line.
Oh yeah, obviously both teams wanting to win this one. Outside Smoke definitely wanting that pro bid so they can play in the Pro Series at Nationals. Nice serve receive from Laughlin. Splits the defenders. Outside smoke. Got to make the breaks happen. Got to make the little comeback happen. I think they are going to want to get ahead early to gain that confidence back. I think the sooner they start going on their streak, the better.
I want to see something out of Noah here. He's generated one break off of his serve in all the points played so far.
And Noah can be a very like hype player. As soon as him or Grant gets an ace, he's come on, that's immediately out of his mouth, trying to keep the energy up. But if he can't get the energy to happen, can be a little bit tough. Gabe Finocchi looking wide.
Worst. But yeah, speaking to that, Noah's play style, staying chirpy, staying light, staying hype. Oh,
and
there we go.
Grant
the wagon
Laughlin
has arrived.
And that's the thing about Laughlin's serve is that other people have cuts as wide as his, but his
Get it that wide, don't hit it quite as fast. So very true.
second serve here.
Reverse.
Looks for a nice reverse. Finocchi's able to stay on it.
Come on, turn.
Nice and high, but yep, just behind left.
Need to see him come to life here.
That one's on the net, handled by Chuch, over the net.
Wow.
A nice little push from Chuch. Chuch just doing well to just handle these serve receives as best he can. I mean, if Grant's going to hit an absolute banger, there's really not much he can do. And just like that, Gabe is going to take their break right back to put him up that double break once again. 11-9 now. He's looking absolutely nutty there. He must have had some Hampton Farms because they are the official nut of Spikeball and the Spikeball Tour Series. They got good vibes, good friends, and some good snacks.
Yeah, they do. There's something about cracking open a peanut.
Yeah.
I mean, I played baseball in college. Big baseball fan my whole life. Love going to Dodgers games. I'm a California boy. And something just feels different when you have to open up a peanut yourself.
Yeah, you got to work for your food.
Work for it, baby.
You now 10-11, still just down the double break, not too far behind, still within striking distance. And not finding the net. You see Chuch over there take a deep breath, try to slow it down, refocus. Sometimes the nerves can get a little bit out of control. Yeah, just refocus yourself, calm down, slow down the heart rate, focus up. Try to get this consistent serve pressure back on the net. It's short, Laughlin's there to scoop it up. Ooh,
interesting
wow.
shot. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, definitely thought he was going to try to pull it back behind him a little bit more, but I think he notices Chuch is trying to head that direction and just tries to flick it, a little flick push. So kind of a risky shot, but he makes it happen. For sure, if it's 4 Texas players playing, it is going to be heated no matter what. No, Lescasell finally gets a nice push. Ooh. Chuch thinking maybe high, but this would be a huge break for outside smoke if they're able to get it. And I don't know what to call.
They're calling a redo.
Okay. Got no hand signals out of the observers, so we're just trying to have to listen in through the headphones. But that one's going to be low enough. And a nice little righty flick there from Gabe to put that one away. Could have been a huge break for outside smoke.
Yeah. I don't know. What did you think of that serve? It looked like part of it was on the shoulder.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. I think if he would have left it, it would have gone over him. But the fact that he contacts it in front of him would have made it clean. But that's just going to be a nice lefty out of Gabe. And he is just going to take it.
Lefty wide ace.
He's going to take a lefty wide ace as usual. A nice righty there, though. Yelling the "Come on, Freddie," which I think is now his staple yell. Stepping out right. Finds the rim this time. So that's going to be a double fault. Grant Laughlin needs to get some breaks back here, or else it could close out a little bit too soon. That ball comes off the net. Almost looks like a line. It is spinning so hard.
It looked like this.
It looked like...
I can't even do it.
What is that shape? Starts with an E, I think. I don't know.
Isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
an ace set of Taylor Chuch is not what we expected here. But Chuch, maybe the newest OG serve baller.
Outside Smoke's going to opt for a timeout.
Yeah, and that
kill their momentum.
That is a good timeout call because you're expecting just a lot of these jams, maybe some drops out of Taylor Chuch.
Yeah.
And he just comes out here and he aces you absolutely wide. That's just a little bit demoralizing. That's just, icing on top of the cake for Finocchi Chuch. And they're just going to keep adding it on here.
It's
Grant
sorry.
Laughlin telling us he's
Yeah.
getting dumpstered right now.
In the background, the G-Wagon himself
But yeah.
speaking. I
Grant,
don't even know if that's allowed, but I mean, we can't stop you.
Come tell us, tell us in the mic why you're losing.
I can't hit.
You need to get
Although
lower.
My,
They can't even see you.
My lippy hits are somehow like wrecking them, so that's pretty cool. Kids serve and they eat all my serves.
There you go. That was nice and clear.
Yeah.
They were hungry, so now
I
you
got
fed
a
them. Now you
friggin'
fed them.
jam,
Yeah.
and I carried like 5 balls, and only like 2 of them got called. That was cool.
There's some game left.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do to make it happen for you?
I'll try. Maybe I'll hit a lefty on one of them.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
Give a
mix it
little
up a
variety.
little bit, and then I'll ace 2 cuts back to back,
Okay.
and then I'll do the step out reverse,
I like it.
and that's 4. We're back in it.
Okay. I'm gonna see it.
All right.
Yep.
So you got to get back on the field.
Hey, go get him out there.
Nice
That
little
was the first time.
little mid game interview.
That's the first time we've ever done that.
Yeah, that was unscripted. See, that's how you know we
So if
keep it
you're-
real.
yeah,
We keep it live
Keep
out
it
here.
real, but if you're in the chat and you're like, we liked that, you can let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
If you're like, that was
Give us a
not
nice
fun,
Give us a nice in
and
the
you
chat,
just, yeah.
or give
Or
us.
if you just wanted us to talk more
Oh yeah, or say
and say,
or say
take the wagon out
yeah,
of here.
break the wagon, take the wheels
Break-
off.
break the wagon. We're having some positive comments so far.
But speaking of break the wagon, Taylor Chuch is looking to do so right now, but Laughlin's going to handle it. Oh, or he will break the wagon, and that is that's just another one on top. Up 4 now. Game 3 looking like it's just going to close out for Finocchi Church. Another nice serve there. Wow. Is that another hitting error? Did he get away with it? Point. It can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Church on top of this one. Doesn't want to play the high on Noah Leskis. Going to make him put a good serve on that. That one barely finding front rim as well. Ball back over to Finocchi.
It is now 18-13, I believe.
Okay. We must have missed one of those. Church just got too many aces. We couldn't keep up. Leskis going to keep it up. The hit lift up like Grant said earlier, but this time they take advantage of it, and Gabe's just going to make the athletic dive over the net to put the ball away. This time not jumping up at the net like he did before.
Yeah. Noah's calling. Noah was asking if it was a carry on Gabe's dig, which...
Yikes. All right. Noah Leskis' serve receive is off net. Sorry, we're getting an update from the other game, and that was just another unfortunate, not great set there for
That one
outside
was also
smoke.
side pocket. They opted to play it still, and they lost the point. It's a bummer.
Finocchi looking to close out the game, 20-13 right here,
And
that's going to be it. That's
do
going to
it.
be the game. Finocchi and Church showing up heavily here in Game 3. Outside smoke not able to keep up. Didn't see the same sort of breaks we saw there in Game 2. So, unfortunately, outside smoke will be going to that third place game. Still have a chance to look at the true second. Our other semifinals matchup ended up going the way of Segfault, Rahul Murthy, and Garrett Hornock. They won in Game 3, 22-20.
that was an insane series as
So,
well.
right, so barely taking out that win in Game 3. So they will move on to play Finocchi Church in the finals. Third place game. So
Be right back for that? Or should we stay on stream? We'll just keep
we'll
chatting.
talking.
I'm going to have Burrows. Yeah, no,
We're gonna get Gasway to go
Gasway's gonna
grab 'em for us.
Go grab one of them for us while we keep chatting. One
So-
thing I want to speak on of that series, which I'm not personally a fan of, staying light like that was.
Yeah,
But you saw he came right out of the bat
and got broken.
and got
Made a
broken.
hitting error.
Had a hitting error, and I just think
In the game,
yeah.
take your time out, strategize with your partner. Taylor Church, the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, here it is.
This guy is a low-key serve baller, if I do say so myself, throwing in a little bit of pun. You and Dawson, correct, are low-key round net.
Right,
Is that
right.
still a thing? Still trying to get that pro bid?
Yeah, we have 0 tournaments together,
Yeah?
but we're making that late season run.
Do you know
Yeah.
what tournaments we might see you at?
We'll be doing the rest, so we'll be doing
Okay.
Chicago, Virginia, California, and Natties.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you on your win here. You looked very strong at the end of Game 3 there. You want to pull that mic up right up
Oh,
to your
yep.
mustache-ish area.
There it is.
Perfect. We can hear you a little bit better now. So, Game 2, you start off down 4-0. Grant Laughlin obviously does what he does. What's the mindset there? Are you trying to play comeback ball? Or are you trying to just hold?
Just trying to stay calm. It's so easy when you get down 4 or 5 points to be like, well, how could we possibly get back?
Right.
But when you have a little guy in your team named Gabe, you always got a chance. And we know, like, going in, we knew Grant's going to hit crazy serves.
Of course.
And we just have to overcome because we know we're going to get our aces, we're going to get our touches. They're going to make a few mistakes. And so it's just part of the game.
Exactly. So game 1, deep extras.
Yeah.
Does the strategy change? So, you know, you're in the middle of the game. Maybe you're going for more consistent serving. When you're in extras, are you trying to put it on the net, hoping the other team makes errors, trying to serve ball a little bit more?
Right. It's hard to say. I kind of go back and forth. You kind of go with what you're feeling, and more than anything, it's like, what does my arm want to do?
Right,
It's like I have a brain right in here
Sure.
that tells me what to do. Because, you know, sometimes late in extras, your arm just feels like lead. And so you're
Very
like,
true.
I know I can get some tough serves on, but I also got to hit them with some things they're not expecting. You know, and I'm not a crazy serve baller guy, but I feel like I can generate a few aces.
Yeah,
So.
and you definitely did. So you will be moving on to the finals, playing against Garrett Hornock and Rahul Murthy. They finished their semifinals about the same time as you did.
Did it go 3?
It went to 3. They won game 3, 22-20.
Ooh, a barn
So,
burner.
yeah, if you lose this one, you might have a potential true second matchup.
Nice.
But just go out there and win it.
Okay, sounds good. Appreciate it,
Congratulations
brother.
once again. Good
Thanks,
luck in
man.
the finals. We'll be right